Welcome to Sacred Wisdom Oracle. I'm Sophia, and I'm back for another reading. I hope everyone is doing fabulous today. So I want to welcome everyone back. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the family, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into things, you guys. With no further ado, I want to just get straight into the cards. So yeah, let's just do that, okay? I hope this doesn't fall. All right. Divine angels, ancestors, spirit, and guides, I call upon you to surround myself and the collective with your love, light, and guidance with the highest protection. I ask that only beings of light enter this space, offering wisdom for the collective's highest good. Guide me with clarity, shield me from harm, and help me to see what is needed in this read. I was just picking out some cards here. All right, let's start with this deck. I feel like we actually need to get a different deck first. Hold on. Let's use this one. All right, let's get some overall energy. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels of the highest white light. What do you have for the collective in today's general reading? So that just because I didn't say this is going to be a general collective reading, okay? Please use your discernment when watching these types of readings. If something doesn't make sense for your situation, just let it go, okay? Ooh, that's too much. All right, Holy Spirit, what do we have here? Scarcity tactics. Somebody could be using some sort of scarcity tactics to checkmate another individual or just check another individual. What else do we need to know, Holy Spirit? Overall energy. Fake flexing. Acts rich. Flosses money. Acts fancy. Shows off online. Caught a case. Someone could have caught a case in whatever way you want to look at it as. Threatening, intimidating, threatened, or bothered. Let's get two more. Ooh, thank you. That's perfect. We have broke ass and ego. Hold on, I'm looking for my little, hold on. My little place setter. There it is. Okay. So somebody here could be using scarcity tactics. This person could show off, act fancy. I don't know. Somebody could be catching a case for threatening another person, trying to make them broke. So, yeah, we're going to get into this and find out exactly what's going on here. Sorry, you guys, they're doing the lawn care right now, so it's a little bit loud. My apologies. Okay, let's get some Kipper real quickly. Tell us about scarcity tactics. What do we need to know? A married couple could be doing this. Ooh. Poverty. Fake flexing. Someone in poverty could be fake flexing, like they have money. This could be a married couple that's actually in poverty. The number 337 could be significant. 737, 373, 733. Tell me about caught a case, Holy Spirit. House. Oh, someone could have caught a case because of something about a house. There could be a married couple that's in poverty. There's something about a house. This could have happened in 2020, March 20th, March 2020. Someone could be 37, courthouse. Wow. (2020) to 2023 could be significant because there was perhaps a married couple working really hard. They could now be bothered or feel threatened by the courts. Or somebody worked really hard and they're still they're broke or something. Somebody could have, I don't know, let me get some more information. Mature woman. So mature woman could be in their ego. They could let their ego get in the way of relationships or something about someone's ego. They worked really hard to do something to take a house. They could have worked with a married couple and now they're in poverty. They could be losing a house. They could have caught a case because they were trying to take a house. They're getting a message of concern. June 14th could be significant. They're almost done, you guys. I waited to do my last reading because it was so loud. So my apologies. Let's see. Someone could be a drama queen. Tell me more about scarcity tactics and this married couple, Holy Spirit. Inner turmoil and fantasy world. So this married couple could be living in a fantasy world, trying to do something to create scarcity tactics for another person. This is because they're in some sort of inner turmoil. Tell me about fake flexing, invite only, poverty. It says the real action isn't happening in public. Behind the scenes, the inner circle's already been chosen. So somebody could be being left out in the cold because of a situation, or this could have been what a married couple was living in a fantasy world trying to do. They were in an inner turmoil about a situation. So they decided to live in this fantasy world and create scarcity tactics to put another person in poverty or to leave them out in the cold, to not invite them. Throwing shade. So they were throwing shade. They didn't really... Yeah, so it says shade doesn't always look like aggression. It hides in backhanded praise, tone, and I'm just joking energy. So, yeah, that could be what's going on here. There could be something about a card. Somebody could say they sent something, an envelope, a card, or something, but they didn't. We have numbing out and caught a case. They say they've got it under control, but the pattern is starting to show. When life gets heavy, their escape route is always chemical. So there's something here about someone numbing out, catching a case, throwing shade, trying to say somebody is on substances and they've got some sort of, they've caught a case. This could be because of a house, in a house. Throwing shade because of a house. Trying to numb out because they're living in some sort of fantasy world. Living large. So living large. Luxury is the new baseline. They're not just dabbing in wealth. They're dwelling in it. So somebody's dwelling about taking a house. They could be numbing out in order to but they're going to catch a case for this if they haven't already. This is looking like a court case. Yeah, and they could be going to jail. So someone's worried. They're really bothered about some sort of court case going into prison. There it says no more running. The karma's catching up and someone's being held accountable. So someone's being held accountable for whatever it is that they're doing here. They may have been expected to give you something here, collective, and it wasn't given to you. They instead chose to leave you out in the cold, to throw shade, to say that you were on substances or someone was on substances, and that you were out catching cases, whether these be court cases or health related cases. Yeah, that someone's in the party scene. When in fact, because maybe they were saying you had no money, even though you worked all the time, and that this was because you were numbing out. You were living in luxury but had no money. But there's a plot twist. There's new info that just dropped and it's juicy. Suddenly the dots connect and the real story is showing up. So this mature woman's getting a message of concern, and they're in their ego. They're realizing that they maybe spoke on something they shouldn't have. This could have even started in 2014. And now it says, live and learn, mistakes were made, but what matters is what's being done differently now. So you could have had some financial issues, collective. And there could have been somebody really watching and saying you're making money, where's the money going? And they're accusing you of partying and numbing out. They could have been saying you were living in a fantasy world. And saying that you act fancy, you act like you have money, but you're in poverty. Yeah, they're living and learning that you have been sober, collective. They're in their ego because of this. They're getting a message of concern, and this message of concern is that you're sober. That's the plot twist here. And now they could be going broke. The same thing they tried to accuse you of now is happening to them. All right, tell me about scarcity tactics. What do we need to know about this? Dirty little secret family feud. So someone perhaps in your family has a secret. There's something about a married couple in your family that has done something shameful. They're fighting with there's an internal situation here happening within this family, inner turmoil. This is a prolonged conflict that's been going on. And now these people are literally going to great lengths in order to cover something up that's damaging and now immoral. So they did something immoral based on BS that doesn't exist, and now they're trying to fix something. Someone could be born in 1982. Tell me about fake flexing, Holy Spirit. Telling white lies. So, sugarcoating, band-aid to cover potential wound. Bends the truth, alters reality, avoids hurt feelings. So somebody was telling lies here, collective. To only certain people that they chose to tell these lies to. This was a situation that was not happening in public. It was happening behind the scenes. This person was throwing shade and telling lies. Bending the truth. So this is giving me a very toxic energy that is taking something that someone says and twisting it. So that way it maybe doesn't look like they're actually throwing shade. Healing heart. So somebody could have been telling lies, collective, while you were in this recovery period where you were renewing after experiencing some sort of pain or loss. You were trying to restore your strength and your well-being, and this person was throwing shade. Like you could have gone through a period of time where maybe you had a breakup or something. And maybe you weren't working as much and you were trying to get through this. Healing your heart. And this person was lying, saying you were numbing out. That you didn't have any money because you were on substances. Backseat lover. This person could have been saying that you were... This person could have treated you like an afterthought. They kept you in the dark about this whole situation. They didn't tell you. They kept this behind the scenes. They didn't come to you specifically about this. So this dirty little secret is your family who's now feuding about these lies. And that they actually did something here to an innocent individual. And they have not fully acknowledged this yet. They could have said you were having a secret relationship and you caught some sort of case. This person sounds like a gossiping fool, to be quite honest with you. We have an interesting synchronicity here with the numbers. We have 62, 72, and 82. What else do we need to know about caught a case? So they're saying that you caught a case because you had a backseat lover. Maybe you weren't acknowledging this, or you had a secret relationship. And you were numbing out because you caught a case, but you're over here holding your head high. You faced difficulties with pride and confidence, along with dignity, staying resilient through tough times. Unsolicited advice and turning over a new leaf. So whoever this person is that's saying stuff behind the scenes, collective, they were butting into your life intrusively and unwelcomed. They involved themselves in your life, perhaps even giving you unsolicited advice. Whatever's gone on here, like you've turned over a new leaf, collective. There's been a deep personal change and transformation, which is why you're able to hold your head high. Someone could be born in 1999. Now we have the synchronicity of 57 and 67. 37. Tell me about threatening court case or courthouse and consequences. Someone's not able to run from this. Wow, we have another chessboard. Power plays. Strategic actions. Asserting control. Manipulation, upper hand, withholding information. Okay, collective. So whoever this married couple is, they could be getting a court case because of something that they did, or they went to court in order to take a house, trying to say you were in poverty. You were numbing out. They were lying strategically, trying to assert their control, perhaps in court, in order to keep the upper hand. They could have withheld information from the courts. They could have withheld information from you. You could know this. This could have happened in 2023. It could have started in 2020, collective, but it could have gone on to 2023. Now we have the number 21. Backstabber, betrayal. Taking credit for your work. Talking behind your back. Sabotaging someone's efforts. So somebody was strategically trying to sabotage your efforts. They were trying to talk, or they were talking behind your back as a strategic manipulation. And they could be going to prison for this, or being put behind bars. So they were saying these things about you, collective, even though like this could have been old news. This could have been something that happened in the distant past. This could be something that you've changed. You've had a fresh start. You've turned over a new leaf. This person could be also taking credit for the things you did. This could be somebody you were in a relationship with, or this is a married couple here who's done this. And I have a feeling it's going to come out in a second. Sabotage at work. So, okay, somebody could have taken strategic action, collective, to sabotage you at your work deliberately, to undermine your career or reputation or create obstacles financially. Okay, so someone could have lied about you. They could have lied in court. They were saying that you only acted like you had money, but you actually spent your money on numbing yourself out, that you were in the party scene, right? And whatever else came with that, okay? And so they may have gone to court and said these things about you. And then the courts could have reached out and said, something isn't meshing here. Something doesn't make sense. And so they actually chose to interfere with your work, sabotage you at work, whether this was through people you worked with, or let's say you have an online business. They could have come to your online business and tried to sabotage you, purchase things from you, then like return them, or like purposely trying to sabotage you at your job. This was strategic manipulation in order to keep the upper hand, because they got some sort of message of concern from the courts. Their lies are unraveling. So they could have lied about something here when it came to your job. So then they went and tried to betray you at your job strategically. After you turned a new leaf, you were doing good. You didn't need their unsolicited advice. You didn't have a backseat lover, and you sure as hell didn't have some sort of case that you caught, like that would have been like the gift that keeps on giving or whatever. I'm trying to be polite with my wording. Tell me about broke ass. So this person was working hard to make you broke at work. And now the truth is being revealed, perhaps in court. No more excuses, lies. The court could be seeing through this BS. This person's a backstabber. You're not a partier. The plot twist is that you're not a partier. You work hard. But this person's trying to say, well, then why are they broke? I don't know why it's this person's business as to where your money goes to. It's because this person's clingy. There's something about private photos here. This clingy, codependent individual that doesn't give anybody any space now wants to fix their issues that they're trying to keep hidden. So they're trying to keep this private to just themselves or one other person. This person is showing up as a mature woman. This is giving me mother that doesn't want to let go kind of energy. Tell me one more for broke ass, please. Green light. All signs point towards success and moving forward. Safe to go ahead. Everything is good. So the plot twist is that you're safe to move forward from this person. You've got the green light here. Somebody could have said that they had private photos of you out partying, but this was a lie. Tell me about this egotistical, mature woman who's getting a message of concern that you have a sober life And they're like, oh, well, live and learn. No, it's not that simple. You can't just do something like this to another person's life and just be like, well, oops. Emotional roller coaster, situation or relationship full of highs and lows, intense and rapidly changing emotions, unsteady. So this individual, this mature woman collective, could have the mental or emotional, I don't want to, like, it sounds like I'm talking crap if I say it this way. This person could have emotional issues, okay, this mature woman. And this could perhaps leave them having emotions that are like all over the place. They're intense and rapidly changing and unsteady. And this person is now in their emotions for the lies that they told, the mistakes that they made. But what's different here is that mistakes were made, but what matters the most is it's being done differently now. So if there's something here where someone's getting a message of concern about mistakes, what matters is that there's something different being done, but there's not. This person has not maybe reached out to you in any way. This person could have went broke trying to figure out what's going on. This person could have actually been like on substances themselves. They could have been the one that was numbing out. And now with no distractions or substances to blur their view, what's real is actually finally visible. And from here, better choices are possible. So this person could have been numbing themselves out with some type of a substance. Tell me more about this egotistical, mature woman who's living and learning. Kissing and telling. Sharing private details to others. Doesn't keep things confident. Breach of trust and boastful attitude. So this person could have, this mature woman could have been sharing private details about your life and not keeping things confidential. This person breached your trust. This person could be arrogant, egotistical, boastful when it comes to other people's lives. Interesting. This is giving like mother energy with this mature woman. Can I get one more card, please, Holy Spirit? Giving it all you got. One last big try. Maximum effort and energy toward a goal. Not holding anything back. So this mature woman is still not stopping doing what they're doing. Even though they got a message of concern, they're still giving it all they got. One last big try. Their maximum effort. You could be asking them to not hold back anything and to tell you something. They could have actually gone broke, giving it all they got. They didn't hold anything back. Can I get one more for ego? Mature woman. Radiant health and candy shop. So this person could have, with candy shop, it says so much to choose from, but unsure of what you want. Everything looks good. So this person could be on an emotional roller coaster saying everything looks good, everything's fine, and they were willing to go broke trying to give it one last big try. And this has something to do with sharing private details about a situation that's supposed to be confidential. This person could be saying things like their physical and emotional well-being is fine and that they're mentally fit. and everything looks good. So there's lies here. Because there's something here about lies and a toxic lover. Someone could be having a reality check, collective, that you're having an epic comeback because you have some sort of hidden talent, or you're discovering abilities you didn't even know you had. A skill that you haven't showcased or revealed to others. Huh. Wow, you're this Phoenix rising energy. You're having an epic comeback. Regardless of whoever this mature woman and this hellboy are. This toxic lover. This person may actually, collective, you know, I hate to say this, but I don't know who this mature woman is. This mature woman could be somebody close to you that's involved with some sort of toxic lover. They couldn't resist this person even if they were not good for them. They shared private details with this toxic lover. This was their guilty pleasure. So this is what they're guilty of. And now they're getting a reality check. And this is a harsh truth that must be faced. This is the uncomfortable realization. And this is why their ego is hurt. So because you had an epic comeback, their ego is hurt. This person could be on an emotional roller coaster trying to keep sober. All right. Y'all, I think we're going to leave this here. This is going to be a short one today, but I think we're just going to leave this here. And yeah, let me know in the comments if this is something you've experienced. I love you guys. Please do like, hype, share, and subscribe if you want to be part of the family. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Okay? I love you. Bye.